Hello everybody, Steam Genie here, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Pokemon Scarlet. We had last left off finding the legendary of the main game, which apparently to many well-known Pokemon people is pretty weird to have the legendary in the beginning of the game. Usually you only see it at the end of the game. I had not played Pokemon Arceus, but apparently you find legendary at the end of that game, and it's just more common. But it turns out in this game, you start off with the legendary right off the bat, which, in my opinion, I mean, obviously being a novice Pokemon person, I think, in my opinion, it's probably, like, the best decision they could have made. I mean, there's nothing quite like using this legendary. I mean, once we get past this entire beginning part, I mean, it's just an it's just an OP fucking thing, it's like a massive dinosaur beast. It's just incredible. You gotta find some way to climb out of there. I'll try pulling you up with one of my Pokemon moves. Yeah, I mean, I guess we're just stuck down here. I mean, this is the only way up. There's literally just a giant wall and then the ocean. Luckily, the legendary is tough as hell to get us out of this stick. Whoa, that was amazing! That Pokemon might be as strong as me, maybe stronger. Well, it's infinitely stronger than you. No offense. I mean, you're just a feeble human. This is a giant Pokemon. Legendary. Now we're fighting a Nungus here. Nungus? A Yungus? A Nungus? What the hell? What are all these names? Yeah, I'm definitely going to be leveling up Sprigatito. Only because I'm just starting with them, and it's just going to be easier in the long run for the playthrough of the game. In my more raw playthrough, like the playthrough I started when I got the game, I got a level 63 Lucario right now. I just beat Arven. You need to have a level 63 Pokemon in order to beat Arven, because the Pokemon he's taking care of is a level 63. And we'll get more into that later when, we develop more of the story. Sorry to just kind of, like, talk about all that in the beginning of the game. I mean, it's not, like, a big spoiler, really. I mean, Arven, it's just, like, I didn't really say, like, what happened, but, like, the Pokemon you basically do fight him, but the Pokemon he's training is a level 63, so you need to have at least that high of Pokemon to be able to defeat him. And it's pretty funny, the story is just like, oh, Mom, like, he's got real mommy issues, at least in Scarlet. Violet's got daddy issues. It's basically just like their parents. Like, they gotta be, like, related somehow, right? And, like, Arven's just, like, in a parallel universe, and he's just, like, talking about, like, oh, my dad doesn't pay attention to me, and neither does my mom. But it's, like, the same parent, and they're just, like, separated or something? I don't know. Anyways, we're getting Sprigatito up to a level 8. Because it's like, maybe if I find another Pokemon that I like, that's like level 50, and if I could, like, have Pokemon that I like that are level 50 that I'll be able, that, like, will obey me, like, I'll probably just switch to them. But as for now, I'm just going to grind with Sprigatito, because I don't really like a lot of these earlier starter Pokemon. I mean, I like Diglett, obviously. Keep 6 Pokemon in your party at once. I mean, this is just basic information. We're going to go ahead and try and fill up the Pokedex as much as possible here in this playthrough. Just because it's pretty cool to see it fill up. That might take a long freaking time, to be honest with you. So you come up here and then these pooches come out. I don't necessarily know how long I'm going to be doing this playthrough. Like, maybe I'm just going to be doing, like, all the main parts and leveling up some Pokemon and doing some shiny hunting. This is pretty great. I love seeing the legendary in its full form. You don't really see it in its full form, like, practically throughout the entire game. But I just love the decision that they kind of, like, went along with this legendary. Hey, heads up, some pretty rough and rowdy... I'm glad you got your bodyguard, but watch your back, they're strong. I just love how this game is. Like, I love the, like, art direction and also the control. I mean, it really feels like Breath of the Wild, but, like, better. And that's kind of like what everybody says. I mean, like, everybody says it feels like Breath of the Wild, but nothing feels better. I mean, it does have choppy graphics. I mean, especially on its release date, like, when I first got some recording of the game, as soon as I started playing it, it was pretty choppy. But I'm noticing it's a tad smoother, so think they fixed it. Steam Genie, look out, something's coming. This honestly threw me off guard when I first saw it. It kind of bugged me out. Behind you, it's behind you. It's just like, oh my god. You know, like, that's a level 47, like, Houndor, I think. Or level 43. And at first it's so daunting, and you're like, holy shit. You know, I only got, oh no, a level 40 Houndoom. And that's like, I only got a level 8 fucking Sprigatito. You know, you're gonna, like, destroy my Sprigatito here, guy. You know, I gotta, like, run the hell away. You know, it's like, this is so daunting at first. It's like, I'm not gonna be able to defeat level 40 Pokemon. God. Those lips. This Pokemon is just like, I'll save you, boy. Screw it. You saved me. Summons more Houndooms. I'm honestly kind of forgetting I have to read the text boxes. I literally have so much to talk about all the time. It's crazy. That's why I do this in post, because it's just like, you know, I just have more to talk about all the time. Hey! Up here, quick. Yeah, for sure. Pokemon. Way to go. For a second, I thought you were both goners. He just freaking passes out. Whoa, what's wrong? This game's gonna get so good when we actually start playing it instead of doing all this story. Maybe it used up all its power? What is this Pokemon anyway? Kinda looks like a Cyclizar, but I've never seen one quite like this before. Which apparently a Cyclizar is a new Pokemon as well. That looks so different from a minute ago. Think it's okay? I don't know. I'm basically gonna pick every messed up answer possible because I can, and because the first time I played through this I was intimidated to do that. But now I see the developers don't care, so I'm just going to do what I want. I also realized in my first playthrough I also made a Ginger. I don't know what the appeal is. I guess it's because Scarlet hair, Scarlet game. I was going for a theme, you know? Do you think this fellow was the one making that mysterious cry we heard before? Oh, I don't know. Do you hear it anymore? Do you notice that it's actually freaking gone? Because now that we found it, like, can you do 2 + 2? Like, you become a Pokemon trainer? There's not high standards to being a Pokemon trainer nowadays. I mean, you know, you have floating phones. Do you think it really matters to be excelled in Pokemon training? Like, oh my god. Yes, give me your music. That's all that matters. Swift. Taylor Swift? Are you kidding me? Think before you use it, though. TMs can only be used once. Thanks for putting your hands on your hips for the upteenth time. What the hell was that? Is that some kind of cross dissolve? Just put a cross dissolve mid-cutscene? Why couldn't they just... Why? What the hell was that? Oh, what, now you want us to go to the lighthouse? Fine. You know, now that we finally got the legendary and helped it out, let's just go to the lighthouse. And this is actually where we get introduced to Arvin, which is the person we were talking about before. There they are. Sorry, it's just like I've already played through the game, and 9 times out of 10, like, if you're watching this or if you're excited about it, it's like you might as well get a little pumped about it. Oh my god, you hear that music? Aren't you? Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I was just getting so into the music. Like, I didn't even, like, read the text. It doesn't matter who my mom is, you know, because you'd probably say, like, my dad if this were fight. The real issue here is with this world. And what is this form it's in? I met at the bottom of this cliff. It saved me from a tight spot. I met at the bottom. See, we heard this strange cry. We tried to investigate, but Steam Genie fell off a cliff. That Pokemon saved him, but it seems like it wore itself out in the process. It got kind of slumpy afterward. But you should have seen it before. They're totally different. It was unbelievably strong. Well, yeah, it should be, but it can't fight while it's like this. The form Corridon takes in battle in its true form. Corridon. Corridon? Is that this Pokemon's name? Yes. You can't go in the lab. It's locked. I don't remember ever seeing you around, but given the uniform, you go to the academy too. Do you? It would be don't you. Okay. Sorry. Special Hal, what sort of Pokemon is it? You think you're up to ordering Corydon around? Then how about I test your worthiness? No. I'm saying I want to test you. You can't just leave me hanging here. I've been feeling all sorts, so I'm going to use this battle to blast these doldrums away. Arven's clearly got issues. Like, you need to battle Pokemon just to entertain yourself. It's just like, what's up, Arven? Arven's got to be the saddest character in this game, which adds such a level of drama for just being the kid of, like, the leader of this expedition into the great crater of Palladia. Or Paldea. I really don't know. I don't know how to pronounce it. I just keep messing it up. He just adds such a level of drama to the story because there really isn't that much story. You know, like, when you really think about it, it's like you have the professor, whether it's a woman or a man, they're a professor or a leader of the expedition, and they give you this legendary to roam around the entire game with and complete quests, but a lot of the quests are dealing with Arven, you know, who's also the son of these people who are leading the expedition. So a big part of this game, it has to do with Arven and his family, whether it's his mom or his dad. And then the other half is Nimona, and going to get stronger at gyms to become a higher ranked gym trainer and get the gym badges. Wow, Steam Genie, that was all. I guess I wasn't ever going to stand a chance using some Pokemon. But if you really think you can take Corydon off my hands for me, you'll need this. It's the Pokeball that Brute's been kept in. You obtain Corydon's Pokeball. You put Corydon's Pokeball in your bag's key items pocket. Corydon's Pokeball. Pokeball that can hold a mysterious Pokemon known as Corydon. A boy named Arven gave it to you. So why'd you have it? Anyway, that thing's your problem now, not mine. Good luck. What? Oi, can you not hear me or something? So these two really make up a big part of the plot of the game. I mean, I guess that's why, like, they do this whole cutscene. It's like, so you have some direction in the game, and you're not just, like, dropped off. But it does get a lot more fun. This is great. Honestly, this has got to be, like, one of the best Pokemon games ever. That Arven guy definitely knows more than he's letting on. Next time he and I are battling, I'm going to wring some answers out of him. Damn. I mean, like a woman who can take charge once in a while. It's like, alright, keep it together, you know? Like, these probably high school kids, you know? Like, ugh, it's gross. Don't think of them like that. Don't sexualize these kids. Ugh. Sorry. It's gross. God. Alright, so you come up here to the lighthouse and you stare at the world with her. Look, Steam Genie, that's Messagoza. God, seeing all this again is, like, just so ridiculous. That huge building with the Pokeball on it is our school. It's gonna be so great having you in the same class, Steam Genie. But all that schoolwork. Aw. Hate to make her upset. Don't think of it as schoolwork. Think of it as tons of chances to learn about Pokemon battling. Isn't it awesome what you can see from up here? Mountains, forests, grasslands, beautiful nature, stuff as far as the eye can see. End quote. Just selling us on what the game is eventually going to be. You know, we're going to be just traveling this whole world, and it's the Pokemon universe, and they have like this great music. It's kind of a hike to get to school from here. Yeah, no kidding. Why the hell are we so far? Let's make it to Los Platos for starters. Vamos, come on. Yeah, I like how it's based off of Spain, I believe, or some kind of place in, you know, that speaks Spanish. Like, this is great. I freaking love this game, man. It's honestly terrific. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and interact with the people here on the path. It's not something I normally did in my other playthrough, but This is just the fastest way we're going to be able to grind, just by interacting with the people on the road and on the path, and also just dealing with wild Pokemon. And like I said, I'm going to be leveling up Sprigatito because, you know, it's just going to be easier in the long run for me to get through this game by starting off with Pokemon that I can at least, like, know will listen to me and tame them. And I'm just, like, not really too big on all the other Pokemon. I mean, even though I know, like, they're probably, like, really, like, cool, and, you know, there's a lot of, like, interesting stuff you can get if you train them, you know, like, I'm just kind of looking for first gen, like, in Pokemon that I recognize, because, you know, I'm, like, late 90s, early 2000s kid, you know, I watched the Pokemon movie, like, you know, Mewtwo, Pikachu, like, that kind of stuff, you know, like, that's the kind of stuff, like, I'm into in terms of Pokemon, but I don't mind, like, Sprigatito and stuff, so you walk down here and there's a Psyduck. It's pretty much going to be here all the time, and I plan to catch this Psyduck right now. If I can help it, if I don't completely destroy it, even though having water types can be a bit tricky, because sometimes you use moves that they don't really have. Or not that they don't really have, but they aren't, like, really aggressive enough. Like Water Gun, you know, like, you know, water types are, I'm noticing, are, like, usually more effective around water, or if, like, water is happening. Oh my god! It's so relieving to actually watch it happen. Because when it doesn't happen, you're still in battle. Like, that was happening to me before when I was, I forget which Pokemon it was, but it had, like, some kind of, like, flaps around its neck, and it had, like, a long tail, and I was in the mountains, and I was fighting it, and it's like I just couldn't beat it, you know, because I had to produce my team, because I have a bunch of level 50 Pokemon, but they won't listen to me because I didn't do the gyms, so I'm just, like, screwed, you know. It's like they really have this game, like, mapped in a way where you kind of have to just do everything. You know, like, you can roam around and like, do your own thing, like shiny hunt, or just, like, explore, but if you want to, like, really progress in the game, you have to continue the story, because it's just gonna make it so much easier in the long run, and there's no reason to not, really, because you just get so much out of it. Nothing happened, damn. Leaf Inch. Probably one of the more effective things I got. Water Gun. Oh my god. I'm gonna catch this ass with you. Hell yeah. That's great. Filling up that Pokedex. Yeah, I really need to grind. That's like most of the game, you know, is like finding Pokemon and grinding and getting stronger, fighting trainers, getting money. You really just play the whole game. You know, when you're playing this, it's almost like you're not leaving really any stone unturned. Oh, here we go. Like, listen to this music. Gonna go ahead and catch a Weasel. Like, I'm really just kind of enamored by the entire experience. Like, this is great. This is a Pokemon game. Leafage. It's super effective. The Wild Weasel's tackle. Fuck you. I'm gonna try and catch you, bitch. Come on, that's a success story. Hell yeah. I knew it was gonna happen. Gotcha! Weasel was caught. 6'5", 7'6'5". It's going pretty good. Why they gotta do that ass shot, man? Those high socks. It's like, ugh. It's disgusting. I don't want to see that, man. Weasel. There's going to be numerous things laid out here on the map that you're going to want to pick up, such as Pokeballs, revives, health, like all this stuff, you know, like, it's going to be super helpful if you go out of your way to pick it up, because 9 times out of 10, you're not going to have a lot of money at first to just kind of, like, buy everything you need, and you're not always going to find everything you need at these Poke Centers, which is why it's helpful to scour the map at times and find stuff that's kind of located around here. I guess we're gonna go ahead and put this Pokemon in the Pokedex. Bite. We've used Bite. Bite's like the most effective thing in my library, I feel like. Flinch to couldn't move. Leafage. It's either that or Leafage. Well, Fido used Tackle. You used a Pokeball. Let's see if it'll work. Nice! They're usually pretty easy to catch at first. They just get harder later on. And my Pokemon were able to listen to me for the longest time, even though I wasn't able to, like, use them while they were at a higher level. Like, they were at a higher level, but I didn't go to the gyms that allowed me to use them past level 35. And I was training them to level 50. But now they had gotten too high to where, like, they stopped listening to me, so I have to do more gyms to be able to have them listen to me so that I can complete the game, because the Pokemon in this game are just going to keep getting stronger and stronger. You know, these Pokemon seem like nothing compared to like what's going to be coming up, and I don't even know what's going to be coming up, because it's just going to get crazy, you know, especially when we get into the middle of the world and get to the crater. Like, that's just going to be insane. So here we are. Oi, Steam Genie, over here. This here's a Pokemon Center, and a Pokemon Center. You came here to take care of a lot of things, but I'll leave the explanations to the pros here. Happy to be of service, and welcome to the Pokemon Center. I'm here to keep everyone's Pokemon healthy. Here on my left is the Pokemon counter. You can buy things like Pokeballs and potions. Hello, we accept payments both in cash and in League points. This one is LPs worth 1 League point, i.e. the Let's Play machine. It's your ticket to making TMs, which you can use to teach moves to your Pokemon. You'll need to pay an LP and supply the machine with materials that Pokemon drop. LP comes in handy both at these machines. Oh. Oh yeah, and some of these too. You receive lots of Pokemon materials from Nimona. See, so she gives you some stuff sometimes. It's pretty great. Come visit us at the Pokemon Center anytime you need help. We will, thanks! Remember, had a rough adventure? Go to the Pokemon Center. Sometimes you have to know this sort of stuff for quizzes for school, but mnemonics help you out. Here's another one. Are you ready? Then let's go! Goofy, sure, but it helps you remember you can send your elite Pokemon out with the R button. That way you can have the Pokemon that's walking with you go pick up items lying around, or go on battles on its own. Pressing the R button is a quick and easy way to tell your elite Pokemon, alright buddy, let's go. So the let's go feature is just by pushing the R button, which will send your Pokemon out to battle other Pokemon without you needing to engage in battle like what we've been doing so far. You do lose out on the funky music, which sucks, but at the same time you can level up your Pokemon without engaging in battle and just kind of grind a lot easier and faster without having to really spend too much time on the battle itself. If you come over here, you can interact with other people and do parties together using Link Trade. Or actually it's called Union Circle, not Link Trade. So you click on it, and if your connection gets interrupted while you're playing with friends through the Union Circle, you'll be automatically removed, blah blah blah. So it throws this entire like facet of textbook at you, like out of nowhere. It's just fucking crazy. And you have the link code whether you're in online mode or offline mode. If you're in offline mode, you can only play with people who are local to you, but if you're in online mode, you know, it gives you a 6-digit code which you need to use to connect with people into a party. And you can battle with them, and you can trade Pokemon with them. Which really isn't that different from many other mainline Pokemon games where you can do the same kind of interactions on those devices. I always thought that was pretty cool, how Pokemon was just that main thing that's like, you know, you can interact with other people and you could trade Pokemon, you could battle Pokemon. When I first started playing this game, I didn't think that you would actually be able to battle other people online, but you can. And it's like, of course you can. You know, you dumb Nimbus, like you didn't think that you could battle people? This is freaking Pokemon, but you know, this game's debuted with so many problems. Like, I wouldn't have been surprised if you just wouldn't have been able to battle, like, somebody else that you wanted to meet online with. I doubt you can, or maybe you can battle with just, like, random people, but I feel like you need a code in order to, like, link up with someone in particular. It's not like there's just, like, a lobby for it. I feel like that's just a cheaper way than, like, hosting a server where it's like people can do Pokemon online or something. What are you doing here, guy? Get to school. Stop wasting time. Ugh. You know, your teachers are going to be pissed that you missed class, but more importantly, Nemona's going to be slightly less attracted to you because you didn't go out of your way to meet her here. What is that? That's a Pokemon we've already gotten before. That's the Pokemon Center there, but we've already been introduced to that, so let's just go on ahead and hit the next cutscene. Oi, Steam Genie. Which in theory would be like, Oi! You know, like the typical Japanese. Did you battle some trainers on the hill? Bet your Pokemon... how about you show me as much as you've learned in battle? Sure thing. Alright, nothing like having a friend around. Come on, Steam Genie, let us have a fruitful battle. Damn, nothing like having a friend around. Maybe there's some truth to that, you know? Then again, there ain't nothing wrong with chilling in the crib. Chilling in the crib. I saw that somewhere. Like on Instagram, it's just like this dude who's like, there ain't nothing wrong with chilling in the crib. Ain't nothing bad can happen in the crib. You know what I'm saying? Like, anyways, you seem like you're getting better at this. I'm coming at you with 2 Pokemon this time. Damn you, Nemona. Oh, she's got a level 8 Quaxley, and I got a level 10 Sprigatito. I was gonna say level 10 Leafy, but I realized that's just their name. So this is why it's important that you have to grind and level up your Pokemon at a constant pace. Because most of the people that you need to battle throughout the game will have higher level Pokemon. And especially dealing with the gym trainers, it's just not going to be easy. Now, I'm pretty sure any other run-of-the-mill Pokemon long-term player knows this. But I have to explain it. Because when I started this game, I didn't really know what to do. And it kind of throws you within the plot of the game immediately. But, you know, you're just kind of told that this is an open-world Pokemon game. I don't know. It's just like, you don't know. You can really work on your type matchups. The opposing Quaxley fainted. Yeah, because Quaxley freaking sucks. You think you can beat my level 10 Sprigatito? Yeah, it's good to get Sprigatito up to at least double digits, because if you have a Pokemon that matches the other Pokemon slightly easier, it's just going to be harder to beat them. If Pokemon skip learning moves and forget old moves, they can learn them again. Open the main menu, select a Pokemon, then check Select Summary on the status screen. Which is also something that they supposedly had never done before, which is a Pokemon is allowed to relearn the moves that they had originally forgotten, which apparently is not something that is common in most Pokemon games. So now we got a Pawmi, level 9 Pawmi. You see, so if we only had a level 8 Sprigatito up against this level 9 Pawmi, then we wouldn't be able to destroy them and take out their freaking guts and eat them on our dinner table. Oh, okay, so... Man, my headphones is fucking up here. Keeps, like, turning out one piece of audio. I don't even know why I'm using it. So, the second Pokemon, Nemona, will Terastallize, showing this generation's gimmick. As my girlfriend put it, which I thought was pretty funny. The opposing Pawmi's defense fell. Terastallizing is always a solid strategy. It gives moves of the Pokemon's Terra type more power. The opposing Pawmi used Thunder Shock. Yeah! That's the sound I imagine them making. Terastallizing gives a real boost, see? Even when a move isn't very effective, look at how hard it hits! You know, I always forget to Terastallize, because in my personal opinion, and I hope this isn't really shitting too much on other people's opinions of what Terastallizing is, I think it's just kind of like a huge-ass waste of time, to be perfectly honest with you. Like, I don't think Terastallizing does anything, especially, like, once you've leveled up your Pokemon to such an extreme level. You know, why do you need to Terastallize? Like, you probably only need to Terastallize within certain parts of the plot points in order to advance in the game a bit more efficiently, but... You wouldn't have to Terastallize against just, like, average-level Pokemon. You know, like, level 9s, level 10s. You know, you could just essentially one-shot them in a sprite of the moment. Sorry, I'm, like, trying too hard there. The opposing Pawmi used Thunder Shock. I really should be more focused on the dialogue that's on screen. But it's just because a lot of this stuff in the beginning. It's just like a lot of it is cutscenes, but it's not like Conquer where they're talking. So I'm kind of just like in a weird middle gray ground. It's just like, well, should I talk? Should I not talk? But and again, you're not watching this to hear me talk whether or not I should talk or talk. The opposing Pawnee fainted! And just like that. I should be like explaining certain moves. Okay, just shut up, guy. Stop talking about what you should and shouldn't do. You defeated Pokemon trainer Nimona. It's like, just talk, alright? Just let it happen. And then Nimona gets more attracted to you. As you can see, her pupils are dilating. Man, I can't believe how fast you're improving. Because she realizes that you're the only other one who could probably match her skill level and passion for Pokemon. Amazing. Look at you, taking on a Terastallized opponent and winning no problem. Come to think of it, you can't Terastallize your Pokemon yet, huh? Don't worry. I'll get you taken care of. You're so good with Pokemon battles, I forget how new you... Yeah! Anyways, it was fun to battle you. Here, have some revives as thanks. Nimona hooking it up! Just helping us out in the beginning of this game. Thank you! I still hate how these shorts look. Like, why do they look so weird? Now Messagoza's waiting just past that door. There's a ton of hills and stairs and stuff in the city, so I'm gonna take a quick breather and then catch up with you soon. Yeah, right? It's amazing that they didn't use, like, voices, because I read somewhere that someone was like, oh, I don't want to play a whole-ass RPG without speaking, but it's just like, well, you know, that's your opinion and stuff, like, not everybody feels the same way. Like, I don't mind the text boxes, you know, because it's just like, I never thought twice about it. Like, I think Mario RPG is the same way. Come to think of it, Earthbound is the same way, too, you know, so whatever RPG that person was playing probably wasn't... It's probably like Final Fantasy on PlayStation or something. So here we are at the Messagoza, and this is our school, and I find it interesting that that Pokeball is Violet and not Scarlet. I think that would have been pretty cool just to accentuate the different titles in the games. Alright, here I am. We finally made it, huh? Ah, this is Messagoza, the biggest city in Paldea. Oh, it is Paldea. It's not Palladia. It's been a big trade hub since a long time ago. Lots of folks come here to learn about advances in tech. God, I hate the text boxes in this game because they're just so slow. There's a hair salon where you could change your look, plus places with tasty food. Maybe I'm the slow one. What do you want to see first, Steam Genie? The hair salon! Tasty food! Oh, you're a fashionista, are you? Or maybe you just want a practical do that, won't get in your eyes, blah. Oh, and speaking of battling... I want to be sure you'll be able to Terastallize your Pokemon too, Steam Genie. There's a few things that gotta get done for that to happen, but I'll take care of them. Meanwhile, you just have fun looking around the city a bit. There's so much to do. Grab a bite, buy some accessories. If you want my personal recommendation, you've got to see the Delibird Presents. They sell hardy items for Pokemon to hold. And my dumbass, not even registering that this is an open world game, just thought that the Delibird, like, place was, like, the next place in the campaign that I had to go. Even though the camera just pointed to the college, or middle school, or high school, or whatever the hell, with my Gucci-ass backpack and high socks and Nikes or whatever, you know? It's like, I thought I had to go to the Delibird presets the first time, because I wasn't used to the fact that this game was trying to guide me to just be like, oh, do whatever the hell you want, you know? Oh, so this is me getting used to the modern age of gaming. You got an artisan bakery. Oh, there's Delibird Presents, where we could buy stuff for our Pokemon, Shurikens, Chansey Supply, which I'm not entirely sure what that is. I mean, I would think it's a medical place, but if you have the Pokemon centers to heal your Pokemon, I don't understand why there would be a medical place. So that's pretty weird. Anyways, so you got the clothes. This is just like a huge town. This is a huge reference point that you can come back to at any point in the game to grab stuff that you need. Now we get another cutscene here where we get introduced to one of the main antagonists in the game. Don't you get it? If you join Team Star, you can shine as bright as the sky. Or whatever the hell she said. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Seriously, what's with you? Don't you want to burn bright with awesome friends like us?
Not really.
Look, we've got a quota we're supposed to fill for new members, so just sign up already.
I'd rather not.
Help her out, walk away. If you walk away, it doesn't do anything. You have to help her out, because you have to get up to the school, and you can't get up to the school without interacting with this cutscene, because you need to be informed on Team Star being bitches and fucking up your day, so... We burn so bright it hurts, look at us. But you knew that, right? You don't burn bright, you wear stupid pretentious helmets and your stupid pretentious school uniform and dance like you have to take a massive shit in the middle of the road. So how about you shut up, Team Star? I hate Team Star. They're just annoying. You know, like, I don't want to deal with this. And even then, in the main plot points of the game, you just want to travel around the world, collect Pokemon, find shinies, do the Titans, and then hit gyms. Like, the Team Star stuff is just so out of the blue, but it's not really because it all ties in with the plot, and it's just something you're going to have to do, so... It's also something I'm very much behind in my first playthrough of the game, which is dealing with the Team Star locations, but we will be covering all that in this game, or in this playthrough of the game. We will be doing the gyms, fighting Titans, and doing the Team Star. So there's really only 3 things you have to do, which is deal with Team Star, and deal with Arven, and deal with Nemona. Like, literally the 3 main characters in the game. Like, the game just starts out, and you don't really know what's going to happen, and there's all these characters. But then, the longer you play, the more you kind of get lost in certain things, and you find yourself just battling random Pokemon. That's when you realize, like, oh, the beginning of the game is the direction that I have to be going in for the entirety of the game. Alright, so at least there's an end to it, but it gets you very lost. Urk, what's a nobody like you so good at battling for?
No way, he beat you? Does that mean I gotta battle this kid now since I'm higher up in Team Star's ranks? Pero bueno, what do you think you're doing? Ugh, it's that student council dweeb. She's gonna report us if we don't book it. I can't believe you, Steam Genie. You don't have to go find randos to battle. You'll have all the battles you ever need with me.
That's not what happened.
Wait, they picked a fight with you? Whoops, I read that wrong. I get it now. You two have got Team Star written. I bet you were trying to pressure. Hi. We were not doing.
Well, that explains it. As head of the student council, stopping this type of nonsense would normally be my job, but this is also the perfect chance for you to try my amazing and ultra rare gift to you. You obtained the Terra Orb. You put the Terra Orb in your bag's key items bag. Now, this is the item that will allow us to Terastallize our Pokemon, which is what Nemona had done outside of this area. Normally, you've got to take special classes to be able to get one of these, but I put in a good word for you. Now, time to give it a whirl. You'll learn to use it faster in battle than if I just explain it to you. Wait, what? You want this kid to practice wailing on us with Terra Pokemon? Is that it? Got a problem. You want to battle me instead? Never mind, I'll take my chances with the new kid. Then take your places, and battle! I didn't realize a student council dweeb can direct the entire facet of violence outside of the university. This is quite the Pokemon game, if I dare say so myself. Pokemon edging on the adult, edgy darkness of life, huh? Starting violence in battles. We're gonna be fighting a level 9 Yungoos here. You can Terastallize your Pokemon by selecting the Terastallize button in battle. Here in the Paldea region, when a Pokemon Terastallizes, its type changes to Terra mode, moves with the same types. After Terastallizing a Pokemon once, you won't be able to Terastallize a Pokemon again until you heal up the Pokemon Center, so use the strategy wisely to seize victory in battle! I'm kind of a little excited now. I was recording the first part of this when I was really tired, but I decided to continue it now, or I'm a little bit awake. Oh, and the opposing Yungos use Tackle, and look at her in the back, just like, you know, like, I'm awesome. Also, is that like a look, wearing heels with short shorts? Like, is that a look? Or is that just like Pokemon, like, over-sexualizing young people? You know what I'm saying? Why can't you wear sneakers? That'd be chiller. It'd just be harder to battle Pokemon in heels. I mean, like, imagine how annoying that would be. You know, and like you're going on these like grassy regions. It's just like, that's not very efficient. I mean, even Nemona's got sneakers. The opposing Yungos fainted. Yeah, screw that. So Team Star is excessively easy if you have a higher level Pokemon. And it's much easier to have higher level Pokemon if you fight the trainers that are on the path and you fight the Pokemon that are out of the field. So the first time you play this, you might not really feel like you know what you're doing, or you might get caught up in the art direction so much that you don't entirely know how the story moves forward, which is exactly why I'm doing this Let's Play, because even replaying this game and doing all this stuff all over again literally makes me realize, like, oh, this part was important because this is what it lets you know what the hell you're supposed to be doing in the game, you know, or what your emotional context for what you're supposed to be doing in the game is. They hardly ever show up to class. Went together in groups, they're real headache. God.
Excuse me? Well, thanks. So yeah, See you around.
All the women want me! Anyways, I don't think I've seen that girl around. Maybe she's a new transfer like you. That Eevee bag, though. Love that fluff. Yeah, right? Oh, sick. Get ready to climb the worst staircase in the world. Such emotional context with Nimona. I mean, I guess in some weird Freudian sense, Nimona is your new mother, because she's showing you around the world that you have to get used to, but the only way you can do that is if you leave your old mother for a new mother. Life is pretty freaking brutal and unfair, and very disappointing and sad and scary. So, on that note, we're going to be ending this Pokemon Scarlet playthrough, and we will be continuing the rest of the game inside the school. Thank you so much for watching. If you withstood this entire video, I really appreciate it. And have yourselves a fantastic day, night, or whatever the hell. Take care. Bye-bye.